that's you doing your part in the truth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So we're not saying, well, you got to put down the writing and all that, but what we're saying is that shouldn't lead you to pretty much worry about making it in this world, like being a rap star in this world.
No. But I'm not.
But if you can use that talent to benefit the brothers of the faith to a certain degree,
then you might just get delivered for that. That's like the saying when it says, you know, you give the saints a prophet a cup of cold water, you're gonna receive a prophet's reward.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So brothers are talented in the street. Certain they can draw, can sing, all right.
And it could be
animation, all right.
And it could be all used to uplift.
And they all bring that to this truth.
Yep.
Okay.
Because someone like exactly.
Certain guys can make garments. Can make garments in them.
Yep.
Or someone like someone might look at your drawing, for example, and like for a minute, they might feel happy, or like you know, they might feel
elevated.
So it's all part of pushing forward this truth.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the truth, but also like a healer, whatever like gifts you got. You also, I think you guys also have like the healing abilities, the potential to like get someone out of their funk, like songs, or like you said, you know, like you're feeling bad and you hear the Bob Marley song that could say scripture, and then your vibration raises, and you don't feel so bad anymore, and you're like, all right, let's get this day going, you know, like, and maybe your drawing does that for somebody, or maybe when you do that. So that's why I'm asking, like, is there sometimes like another thing that when you do it, you feel like inspired and connected and like elated, and do you ever feel like sometimes God or whatever is like, yeah, you should do that more, or like do that also on top of
because you're harping too much on this. The main thing is that we're just pushing this word, man.
No,
that's the main thing. That's the main thing. That's the
I was just asking the second one.
14 and 21, brother. He's getting it.
Luke chapter 14 and 21. So that servant came and shewed his Lord these things. And the master of the house being angry, said to his servant,
Go up. I was actually going to get that. Probably 7 more minutes, man.
I'm going to start at verse
7.
verse 16. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servants at the supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready.
Yeah, the supper is the kingdom. Okay? The supper is the kingdom. All things are now ready. Meaning this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This food, the wine, the meat, the milk, the bread. Because that's what we found at supper. Food and drink. Everything is ready. Come, buy, eat, drink. Okay? Live. Alright? So everything's ready. So read that again.
Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper.
That certain man is Yahweh Shai. Alright? And he made a great supper. Meaning a great kingdom, the glorious kingdom, man.
And sent his servants at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready.
Right, the servants are the prophets. And we're the servants, and now we're now going to them in the highways and byways saying, listen, come.
Listening to 14, brother.
The kingdom is now at hand. Repent or die. Okay? But no, thank you. But,
and they all were one consent began to, we got to verse 17. And sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it.
Right, so they all started to make excuses, man, because they didn't believe, they lacked faith, and their whole thing is, listen, one guy said, listen, I'll go ground, man. I'll go see to that. Because you have ground. On ground, you have grass, cattle, houses, business. Okay? People respect you. Women want to get with you because you got land now. If you go to Nigeria and you tell a woman, yeah, I got land, she's thinking, oh yeah, that means you can build a house. Yeah. And you can take care of me. So this guy, he's thinking about the world, man. This guy's making excuses. He don't care about no party. He's thinking, I can have my own party on my own land. I can have my own supper and make a bigger supper than his. That's how this nigga's thinking. Go on.
I pray thee, have me excused.
So he said, yeah, now let me have an excuse, man, because I've got my whole thing to do. Go on.
And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen and I have to go prove them, I pray thee, have me excused.
So that's his business. I've got oxen. I've got to prove them. Because when you have oxen, you can breed them and have more oxen and then sell them and make money. That's a business, having herd and cattle. Because that's money. Because when you go...
And not only that too, people need to eat, right? People need to eat meat and stuff. Do it for that too.
Exactly, because Abraham, he was rich. But was he rich in
I think it's in Genesis 26.
bills, £100 bills? Was he rich in £50 notes? Okay? Federal Reserve notes? No, he was rich in cattle. Alright? And substance, gold. Alright? Camels. So one guy, he made an excuse, said, no, I'll go oxen, man, I have to go do that. You need to go see to his riches. Go ahead.
And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So the servant came.
So one said, I got a wife. I got a woman. Big, everything there, man. So he's thinking, yeah, I'm gonna have babies with this woman. I love her. I'm getting married to her. I'm gonna have my own supper with her. Alright? We're gonna be together. I told her I'm gonna buy a house and land and everything. So he's thinking about, as the scriptures Paul said, him that is married, care for the things of the world, how he may please his wife. So this guy, he's all fucked up, man. Right?
So that servant came and shewed his Lord these things.
So the prophet said, man, these niggas ain't right. Go back to my master and tell him what the deal is, man. So he went back, his master told him, go ahead.
And the master of the house, being angry, said to his servants, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city.
So the master said, man, fuck you niggas, man. So he said, what the hell are these niggas, man? These ain't right.
Oh, really the right way to say it, brother, is niggas.
Right, these niggas ain't right.
This is an alternative version.
Yeah, no. Right, because the prophet said, master, you might see what these guys are doing. These guys are not repenting.
Right.
The master said, man, don't worry about these niggas, man. Go out there in the highways and byways. The master said, yes, Lord. Go ahead.
And that's what we're doing right now. Aren't we in the highways and the hedges?
This guy's doing like the Bible remix right now.
What's that, bro?
He's doing like the Bible remix.
Yeah, we're all unusual in our ways, you know?
That's the key, right? Everyone's unique as a fingerprint.
Yeah.
And the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded.
Right, so first the servant went to the guys that were doing good. The guys that had land, they had oxen, they had women, and all of them made excuses. So now the Lord said, you know what? Man, tell them niggas, man. Go to the poor. Go to the ones that they got one leg and one arm and one eye and half they're on their wheelchair all messed up. Go to them and see if they hear it, man. Alright? Go to the poor. Go to the needy. Go to the oppressed. Go to the fatherless. All them rich guys, tell them, man. They no good. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
Ain't that what we're doing?
Right. We're compelling them. We're persuading them to righteousness. Listen, no. You don't repent, you're gonna die.
So really a pastor of the Most High, a pastor of the Lord is supposed to come out in the highways and the byways.
Yeah. Right. You're gonna come out here. No comfortable inside a building with a central heating. Yeah. Expensive suit on, expensive looking crocodile alligator shoes.
And then watch too.
Yeah, the Jerry Coles and the microphone in your hand, man. Talk about Jesus. And the collection plate. Yeah, go on.
For I say unto you, that none of these men which were bidden shall taste of my supper.
Right, so none of these that are bidden are going to taste in the kingdom. Meaning they ain't going to make it. They're all going to be destroyed. Okay? All these guys that were bidding, that were told, and they didn't want, they were making excuses. None of them is gonna make it, man. They're not gonna taste the first resurrection. Go ahead.
And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me, and hate not his father, and his mother, and wife, and children, and brethren, and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Yeah, so you gotta give up, if that job is preventing you from teaching this word, you gotta give up that job, man.
We was talking about that on a, between me and you know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm gonna just say this, man. Hey, brother, you know what we talking about here, man. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing, because you got certain guys, man, in the street.
That's exactly what we're talking about, man.
Yeah.
You see, I wouldn't even cut you, man.
No, go on, brother. You in the spirit, man.
You see how the prophet, the master told the servants, they go out there, man, go tell them, bid them to the supper, and then they all start making excuses, man.
Yeah.
Talking about, listen, man, I got bills to pay, man.
Right, I got mouths.
I got to do all the things. Oh, the Lord gave me this land, man. The Lord gave me this wife. And then guess what? And the Lord said, man, fuck these niggas, man. go to the poor and the mean and bid them, man. Because all these guys with the jobs and the shit, they don't fucking making excuses, man. And they said none of them that were bidding is gonna taste of the resurrection.
Yeah, man. You don't want to be that guy, man.
Because you want to make excuses, man. Why? Because you do things that pertain to the world.
We close on that, man.
Understandable.
Yep.
All right? It's understandable.
On that.
All right.
Yeah, so with that, brothers, we going to close out. As a matter of fact, if there's any more, let's read the whole thing. Let's read the whole thing, then we'll close out,
Verse 27 on down. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much it right there, man. Just for the sake of time, But yeah, man, in this truth, you gotta really focus on this thing right here. I mean, yeah, the thing that we want brothers to do is to have jobs and have some kind of thing going on. Is that's what you're supposed to do in this truth. We're not just some regular low class people no more. Niggas, let me just use that term. We're not that anymore. We're men of renown now. We're coming into what is it? We're coming into a realm of being changed, and pretty much we're not responsible for what we do now. All right, we have to walk responsibly now, and that's that kind of thing. But at the same time, if you have a job, and I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it. All right, if you have a job that's prohibiting you from doing the Lord's work, man, then you might need to do some soul searching, because you might not be a man of the Lord, as we just read. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. So with that, shalom.
Wow.